Yeah, here we are. We're back at it. Welcome, welcome. What's happening, Mark? Okay. Alaikum salam, Yasin. Oh, good, bro. Can't complain. Welcome, welcome, everyone. Mad scientist here, Mr. Farid. Here at Melcourt Customs. We need to get this bra tested. I know Spain, I always want to see the testing and all of that, but if I'm gonna have to redo something on this thing, there's no point in dilly-dallying. How's it, man? Can you send me your subs? Yeah, you can send the subs. My WhatsApp number is on my bio. You can get my details there. What's happening, Mr. Novi? I want to just check if this thing is playing right. If it's playing right, I'll do the testing and stuff later on. I don't want to know, go through the whole process of waiting for everybody and then I gotta redo the whole bloody thing again. So I think I'd rather just test it quickly, make sure it's spinning, and then later on, after I'm done with the coil, then I can do the test again. Okay. It's good. No noises or anything. So we can dollar him. We're gonna do him testing later. Okay, so what we need to do here is we need to get this guy taped up properly because we're gonna coil him now. Oh my word. Come out. Got no time for haughtiness. Hey, if you all must know how I'm watching videos to see how to make cones and stuff. This is the XTC. I'm watching videos how to make cones and things, bro. So one of these days, I'm gonna make my own shit. I'm still gonna have to buy surrounds though. Yeah, they don't actually press it, eh? The process is actually weird because what they actually do is they've got like pulp, but like it's in a black liquid. Yeah, I'm busy. You can hear me talking. Why are you doing that? It's a black pulp basically, and then they've got a metal piece where the cone, well, basically that goes down, and then they push the pulp on it, and then they put it up, and then the pulp is all around that piece, and then they take it off from there. They put it in. No, they take it with the plate. They put it into an oven. They bake it. So basically, it gets hard, gets solid. Once it solidifies, they take it out. They break it. They pop it out from the plate, and then they throw it back into the baking. Let it cool. I mean, I don't know if they bake it again or let it cool down. Then they dip it into some other water, or probably the same water it came out of. Then they cut it around. Then they get the surround, put the surround on there. Quite interesting how the whole process is. I was very intrigued by it. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to replicate that shit. To be honest with you guys, I doubt I would be able to. But it's nice to know how it's done. I did get some ideas from there as to roughly what to do if I do try and go with it. The one that I'm gonna be trying is going to be what? Well, I want to do it with fiberglassing. The problem is, oh well, it needs to be mush anyways. So I don't know. We're gonna be see. We'll see. I'm working on some things to see if I'll be able to color it or not. I'm working on some stuff to see if I'll be able to color it or not. Alright, there we go. And the guy sent me the specs on making my own my own one like this here, but I gotta use a, you know, to use the handle and that to turn it. I don't know, so that I don't turn the cone, but you actually turn the handle behind. So I don't know, maybe I'm still gonna try that out also. It's weird, eh? The help I'm getting from the kind of people that I'm getting the help from, it's kind of weird getting help from not necessarily a bicycle pedal, but just to get a handle so that you can use a handle to turn instead of turning the cone. And I think that will work a lot better if I'm just making the coil itself, because then I can put the handle on there, screw the handle on, and then I can turn. And if I'm making, which is what I'm going to be doing, if I'm making a coil like this, because if I put this in here, I end up doing this here to turn it. Look, it does come out still perfect, right? As you can see, it still does come out perfect, but to do the work, it's a very long time to do it. And It's exhausting, man. Yeah. When you're standing like this here the whole time, man's a seer, man. But if I can hold a wire like this here and just turn it over like this, I'm gonna be like a boss, bruh. Work like a lani. But yeah, I'm gonna have to. I'm busy working out the logistics of where I must put everything and how I need to put everything and all that. So yeah, that's for, I think, a future endeavor. Not exactly right now, but it is something that I'm looking forward to making. That was very interesting watching what the guy did. And funny enough, when you ask them, man, Owens are more than helpful. And also, at the same time, that's why I'm on the live, and I don't mind telling the guys what I'm doing and how I go about doing it and all that. They, however, are only making coils for like PA systems, not for subwoofers like this here, because when I asked him why not, he said because the glue that they have access to is not strong enough for subwoofer coils. So when they make coils, the subwoofers, it doesn't last long and then it breaks because the glue is not strong enough. And they tried epoxy, but the epoxy that will actually work with the speaker is not easy to work with in itself, so they don't use that. Oh, it's weird when you have a conversation with people who understand this here on a yeah, they don't use it. Yeah, I know Muhammad Said from Durban. Alaikum salam. I used to work with Muhammad Said when I was living in Durban. That's where I learned all of the work from. Yeah, but epoxy, I don't use epoxy. The glue I use has a high heat resistance, so, and it's well, it's epoxy based, but it's contact based as well. So it works like a contact glue, but it's a two-part epoxy. So it's not bad. I don't mind. It's just a nightmare to mix it because the smell of it is so potent. And when you've been coughing and have a throat irritation, not always lekker to work with. Yes, coil is damaged. Customer burnt it, so now we're going to put a new one on there. How's it, Dane? Good, brother. Alright, so let's try and push it a little bit in. Yeah, there we go. Perfect. Let's clean off all the residual glue that is on here. Yeah, somebody said, how's it, JB? Yeah, sub performs the same after, because the size wire you take off, you put in the same size wire on, so I don't see why it would perform differently. I heard somebody say that why do I take the glue off here, but I don't take the old glue off from the baskets and things. I don't know where they get that information from. Because I do take the glue off, the old glue from the baskets. You can upgrade the wire on the coil, provided that the coil gap is big enough for it to fit in after upgrading it. Yes, it'll change the size, the performance of the speaker. Generally, if the gap is big enough and then you manage to fit a bigger size wire into the gap, because the wire is closer to the top plate wall. Where's this? Where's my speaker? As I said, I need to get the small speaker so that I can hold it and show you guys what I'm talking about. There we go. See, there's a wall here. This is the center pole, and then you get a top plate, and then where the coil fits into, the outside part of the top plate. Shit, man. Okay, yeah. It's not light, but okay. This gap here, when the coil fits into it on a standard size that comes on the coil itself, when the factory makes it and they fit it in there, the space between the outside of the coil and the top plate, which creates the gap, that creates your sensitivity on your speaker. Now with a bigger size wire, and it actually still fits into this gap that is here, if you put a bigger size wire and it fits in here and it's closer to the outside wall, then the sensitivity of the speaker goes up. If the sensitivity of the speaker goes up and you play it with your amplifier turned down completely now, because you're going to reset everything, if you do that, it's going to sound like it's a lot louder, because when a woofer has a high sensitivity, you don't need to put a lot of power into it in order for it to be loud. What's happening, Mr. Botas? So that's the one thing. That's for sensitivity. If you want to put a thicker size wire and the gap here is not big enough for it to fit, then you're gonna have a problem, because then once you try to reassemble the speaker, it's gonna get stuck here on the outside because the wire is too thick. So you have to use that's why I use the same size wire that comes off, that I remove from the speaker. I put the exact same size wire back on, because then you don't have issues when you're putting it back in. You know 100% the coil will fit. So putting a thicker size wire, yes, you can. Will it make a difference to the speaker's performance? Yes, it will, but not in the way that a lot of people think. It's not that the sub will be now louder and you're gonna get more dBs out of it. That's not necessarily how that works. Your sensitivity is just going to be louder, higher, which makes it so that the woofer doesn't need as much power for it to move. Now, if you want to get more dBs, you're going to have to increase the strength of the magnet. You're going to have to look at the spiders to see that the spiders are the correct, the right roll, because every spider's got a different. I'll show you different spiders here. You see the roll on this spider here, right? And then you look at the roll of this spider. They're not the same. This one here has, well, they're similar. These ones are actually similar. There's another one here. Ah, there we go. This is from a street spider, right? You see the size of the roll there, and then you get the size of the roll here. This here is more pointy, this is more rounded. Each one of them has a different output. The amplifier is not gonna be the one that makes it mad loud. What makes a speaker mad loud is the box. And what makes a car mad loud on the meter is the preparation of the vehicle. Closing up all the air gaps, being able to guide the wave from the box to the meter where the meter is going to be placed, and having the wave, basically your base, having the pressure of that comes out of the port end exactly on where the meter is. So that's basically what's going to create your the loudness on the meter. You need to build it so that when the pressure ends on the windscreen, on the glass where the meter is going to be. There's a lot of calculation that goes into that. Sound deadening, what's the other thing? Foam. Guys are using well, back in the day they used to use concrete, and I mean concrete as in like literal concrete. Look man, it's 8-inch woofers. I don't understand what people are expecting out of an 8-inch woofer, because my 10-inch that I currently have in a car now, it took me long to understand this and accept it, but my 10-inch that's in the car right now plays better than my 18-inch. Now the 18-inch is in a box that was designed for a 12-inch. When the 18-inch is in the car, oh, total enjoyment. You can ask anybody on this page that has listened to me marvel about how my 18s play, these ones, and they will tell you, oh yeah, it's just over the moon with the 18s. You'll see my videos on here as well. I'm very much over the moon with my 18s. However, the 10-inch is now outperforming the 18s. The 18s, obviously, because of the cone area, there's a lot more air movement, so there's a lot more flexing in the car. But the 10-inch plays louder. Also, the 10-inch doesn't play the lows, and by lows I'm talking about 20 hertz, 16 hertz, 17 hertz. It doesn't play that as well as the 18s do because of cone area. But it plays it well, but it doesn't play it as well as the 18. Obviously, if you want more, if you want to feel the wind of that 16, 17 hertz, you need a bigger cone area to get it to the front. Or I need to take the seat out so that all the pressure from the boot will go to the front. But through the seat, it's not going to cope so well because of the size of the cone. That's only possible because of the box and the design of the box that creates it so that it can play all of those frequencies. But the 18, nah, not necessarily louder with a higher tone. It's loud with everything. It's just that when you've heard different systems play, you understand that the setup that you have in the car is loud, but certain frequencies is loud, but it's not as loud as it could be if you had a bigger speaker. The 10's FS that I've got is very low actually. I think it's 33 hertz, which is low for a 10-inch because I've got quite a lot of, the surround is quite high and there's a lot of excursion available, which is why it's playing all of those frequencies. How's Mr. Sharan? Alright guys, if you don't know, I did strip the Venom 15-inch and I closed it up. The video of that is up on my YouTube channel. The link of that is in my bio. You can check that out, and all my other lives that I did previously is also there. WhatsApp is on there. I need to get here, so I won't be able to read what's going on here and install coil. So just give me a couple of minutes. Let me get the coiling sorted out. Oh yeah, I need to. No, not saying no. You misunderstand that whole story I just said now. I'm not talking about you're on a budget and 8 is the only size you could get, only speaker size you could get and all that. No. I'm talking about getting a size of speaker and then expecting it to play louder than what the speaker is. So you got 2/8. Don't expect the 2/8 to play mad like 15s. Oh wait, no, sorry. You said you're 16. So you probably got the 2/8 for your house. So I cannot comment. I cannot comment because in the house it's a completely different environment, and I've had this discussion with guys at length. Now if it's a car, then it's another story. You're just gonna have to make sure you're just gonna have to make sure that the box design that you're using for the 2/8 is going to be proper, because that's where you're gonna win there or you're gonna lose there. It's not the speakers, it's just the box that you're gonna build. That's going to basically make you smile, or it's gonna make you smile when you're alone, and you're gonna be sad when you're with other people that has sound in their car also. Sharp, my guy. Yeah, single 8-inch back in the day. I did a 142 in my tears, and 2/8 did a 144 in my tears. Single 8 in a Golf did a 138.5, and then the 2/8 did a 142. The problem is guys in this country don't understand. Well, not don't understand. We just don't give a shit. That's full stop. We don't give a shit. I want to put what I want to put, and fine, go and do that. I love guys like that because then that's how I get my work. But if you are building it and you're like, nah, I need to be sensible about this. Let me ask a couple of people. Let me go to a couple of shows and see what people are running, hear what it sounds like, and then the issue is when you go to a show. When you end up going to a show, what you end up with seeing is that everybody's running 15s and 612s and 412s and that, so it still doesn't give you a clear indication as to what, because previously you could say that and you would find a wide variety of stuff, but now recently you go to the shows, you're just seeing 15s and 18s, and then guys have issues with not understanding what a competition is. Competition, my friends, has turned into a marketing event. People go to a show, shops are going to shows to go and market what they are capable of doing. No, I don't fix amps. Lucia, I built the box here, man. I built a box here. Okay, it was supposed to be for the 8-inch, but then it turned out to be. I opened the book and I was reading and I saw the design and I was like, yeah, hey, there's it. And then I went and I cut the board and everything and I was putting it together. And when I cut the hole for the 8-inch and I put the 8-inch in and I looked at it and I'm like, something looks off here. And then I played it and I could feel there was like zero pressure coming out of the box. It sounded okay, but it didn't sound like the 8-inch. And when I went back to the book and I looked at it and I just turned the page, I'm like, there it is, same bloody thing. But I've actually built the box for the 10-inch and not the 8-inch, which is the 10-inch that's in the car right now. When you add one, just remember the one that was in there has already had some playtime. It's been moving, so the spiders are going to be a little bit more loose than the one you're going to add now. If you're going to be putting it into a double 8-inch box with no partition, so you might end up finding that the one sub is going to be moving more than the other one. Just know that the reason for that is because the new one, the spiders are still tight, they still need to play in like the other one. I would say take the new one, put the new one in the box that you have currently right now, and run it for at least about a month or so that it also loosens up a little bit, and then add it in, put them into the double box. It might not be, it most likely will not be the same, because every day you listen to different types of music at different volumes at different times, so the subs won't be opened up exactly the same, but at least the other one got at least a little bit of game, some playtime, so that it can hold up with the one that's been in there already. That's about the best advice I can give you on running them too if you're doing it. Numbers on the bio, my guy. Nah, Sharon, this weekend was hectic, man. You guys know there was rugby this weekend. There was rugby and there was football. I don't know where the guys are. Where my ones. There was football, there was rugby. We were winning everything. You know what I'm saying? So the Bulls won very, very narrowly, but they made it. I'm in Boxburg North in the East End. Alright, gents, I'll be with you now. Let me just coil this up quickly. That's what you guys are here for anyways, to watch the coiling process. Shame Amakosi, yeah? Shame Amakosi, man. Hey, tough luck this weekend, man. Hey, tough luck, man. First round knockout, ish. Wait, let me coil here. I'll make fun of you just now. Yay! Hy het losgekom. Almost took my eye out. So now I need to figure out how much time I need to bake this bloody thing, because this new power supply I'm using, even though the voltage is exactly the same as the other one I used to use, is not baking the things in time frame that I used to bake it in. The coil is not surviving in the time frame that I coil it in, so I don't know what the hell. Now I need to bake it for longer. I baked the venom, and it was basically, I baked it like for almost an hour. I had to bake it before the copper started changing color and the glue started changing color, which is normally what you gotta look for. Is it needs to turn into like a caramel color, and that took an hour before it happened. So let's coil this, okay, gooi him on the baker, and then we can have a conversation, and then we'll see how long it takes for this one to bake. Seeing as the coil is a lot smaller, okay, one coil is done. That's one coil. And that's the glue that's leaking out. This glue I use, once you bake it, it becomes more liquidy like. The same liquid it looks like when you put it on, it turns into that same liquid when you bake it, and then it sieves through all of the wires so that it can set lacquer. There we go. That's done there. Okay, let's get the second one done. And then we can blow a little bit and converse more. Mr. Sharano, we were winning this weekend, man. There was too much happening. So I didn't do anything on the car. So hopefully by this Saturday. No, this Saturday we play us. Maybe Sunday. Or maybe Saturday morning I should do it. I don't know, I'll see. But everyone's at home this week. Boys are at home as well, so I'll have to look and see how the schedule lays out. Right. Okay. Last but not least, there we go. Goody Mrs. Goody Two Shoes. Yeah, I saw you clicking over. Ah, just plumb there, man. go. Oh, goody goody, all done. All right. That's it done over there. Now let's lock it in place so we can bake it. And we are done. All done. So we need to bake this bra now. Drop you guys down again. Well, the baking process is a little bit on the weirder side. Let me just get the lighter quickly. Alright, so the thing with the baking is what are you setting at here? Oh, there's nothing on here as well. So yeah. You might not if you don't give the other sub time. No, what's gonna happen is the one spider is gonna be stuffed on the new sub, and on the old sub the spider is gonna be loose. So the loose spider is going to be flexing more, and the new one is going to be more stiff. So what's going to happen is either the stiff one is going to break the loose one, or the loose one is going to break the stiff one. Because the problem is they're not going to be playing in sync. So just give the one a little bit more chance to catch up to the other one. Like I said, get it, play it for about a month at least in the car, because you don't have now a test bench where you can leave it there for 40 hours to play and run in, because that's the required time. You're going to put 40 hertz into it, 40 hertz frequency for 40 hours, and then your sub is running. Ah, you did. You also did. If you guys are dead, you must bounce. You can't be sitting here. It can damage it. That's why I say rather just play the one, the new one, in for about a month before you put them into the same box. Because if they're gonna play in the same box, the base that's there is gonna be a problem. I'll give you an example. If you have a sub that's playing up and there's a 6x9 on the top, the 6x9 is playing No, I don't have subs for sale, bruh. If you play the 6x9, the 6x9 is playing music and the sub is playing bass. But if the sub is playing bass underneath the 6x9, the 6x9 is playing up all the time. It's not doing that because all the bass from the sub is pushing the 6x9 to play up all the time. The same thing's gonna happen with the 8s. If you put the 1/8, both the 8s in the same box with no partition, the one sub is going to make the other sub play out all the time. With your eyes, when you look at it, it looks like that's what's happening, and it is, but not on the level it's supposed to, and that's what damages it. So I would suggest don't put them in just yet. Give it at least a month. Every day you're driving around with it and you're playing it, so it might not loosen completely, but it will loosen more than putting it brand new in there, and then at least that helps. Alright, let's put this guy back on. We'll wrestle in. No. Needs to be off. Needs to be off. Ah, boy. And then we put this guy on, and we put this guy off. Starting. Okay, let's see what's the time. 7:03. Okay, so he's gonna be baking there in the background. All of these ones are open already. I needed to open up someone, didn't I? No, everyone's open. I need to coil people. How much wire is left? Okay, I'll have to get more wire. So yeah, that's that. That guy is busy baking now, so we can check what's going on there. Yeah, no, I think maybe this weekend I'll check if I'm not gonna get busy with I'll probably get busy with the rental this weekend. Wife is working Saturday and she's off Sunday, so Saturday when she goes to work I can quickly drain the oil in the car, get it started and everything, because it's not only the oil, I got issues with the what's this, the key fob. Yeah, that motherfucker is not working like that. So oh yeah, we need to test that venom I said. Alright man, I'm based in Boksburg North in the East Rand. Let's test that venom out, put some power to it. But I don't want to test it while I'm busy baking, man, because it uses the same bloody thing. And this power supply, I don't know why, but it's like it's blocking off or something. It switches off and then it creates a surge. Last thing I need is another bloody surge. But okay, let's put it in there. Let's see. Maybe it works. Let's see. Ugh. And no guys, I don't fix amps. I do not fix amps, so just because you see an amp and you see it's open, don't think that I fix it. It's my own amp. I'm trying to figure out what's wrong with it. I myself am looking at finding somebody to fix my amplifier for me. I've got 3 amplifiers actually that I need fixed. Okay, let's just connect this guy here quickly. Alright, and this is gonna go onto that there. Cool. Okay. Alright. Let's see.
Sit back and relax, relax. You're about to get rustified.
Bitch name a list, still I'm going no switch. Shot some rum in the bitch. I take the time, get me rich. Got the thought so intact.
Yeah, he's good. He's good. He's good. He's good. He's good. Boom, boom, good. No, make choo-choo noise. Oh, damn. You stink. You stink. Yeah, I think I must charge guys extra to play out the burn from the subs. Cause damn, this thing's smelling now. What? That's you. Whew. Yeah, as you can see, our coil is still baking. The color is changing on the coil. So I don't know what's wrong, but it seems like it's still on par to be this normal size it's supposed to be. It's supposed to bake at that voltage for that duration, 12 minutes, and I see like looks like I'm on par with the 12 minutes. So why did I have to bake that one for an hour? I don't understand. Or maybe this bra is just getting to learn the program or something. I don't know what's going on. Alright, like that. We got 3 minutes left on the baking for that. So while that's busy sorting itself out, let us clean up the speaker. Usually during the day I do this, you know, I do the cleaning of this during the day. So when I get at night, a lot of times when I'm on the live, guys don't want to see me do all this kind of shit. They want to see the coiling process and how I put it together and the testing process. But the cleaning process is cut. That's why I say when you go onto YouTube, you can fast forward all of this. But I usually do this during the day. There's no need to video this. Or maybe I have to now video it because I'm getting asked dumb questions. Do you take off the old glue when you're busy with your subs? Of course I clean the old glue off, bruh. The new glue's most not gonna work on the old glue. And the last thing you wanna do is go through all this work and then have old glue mess up the whole work because the new glue is not sitting onto the old glue. Yeah, that's right. Okay, it's 1 minute before, but it's fine. The color is changing already. If you've seen what the coil looked like when I was done with it, you'll see the difference now. Let's just get this off here quickly. Oh. There we go. There you go. See, the copper changed color. It's no longer so bright anymore. There we go. Where is Mr. Screwdriver? There we go. Coil is still more hot, so kind of won't be able to do all of the finishing touches onto it now. Yes. Yes. Now let's give it a few minutes to cool down. Whew. Now 12 minutes. Okay, I actually have to retest. Find my bra and see if I can't get his gun, heat gun. Sorry, his temperature gun. So we can do another test here on the heat. If this thing is still the same as the other one, then 12 minutes time, when you touch this here, it is 564 degrees hot. That's how hot the coil gets at optimum on that at 13.8 volts. So the coil is baked at 564 degrees for 12 minutes. 12 minutes is 2 Amapiano songs or 4 R&B songs. 3, 6, 9, no, 3 R&B songs, 4 low frequency songs. Now I can't, Sharon, not they don't last. I can't even recoil on a plastic former. Sometimes the former is fine when you burn the coil, the wire is burnt, but the former is fine. But once I use it, I can't at all because of that, how much heat goes into the coil when I'm baking it. So I bake it already at 500 degrees. So I would say, like I said, 12 minutes. That's 2 Amapiano songs. Right? 2 Amapiano songs. You've got 3 R&B songs, 12 minutes. And you've got 4 low frequency songs. Okay? In that, if you play that music and that amount of music, right? You play that music and that amount of music, you'll start smelling this glue that I smell here. You'll know it's not burning, you'll smell the glue. That's when you know you need to turn down, not off, turn down the volume. Just for 1 or 2 songs until the smell is gone. And don't do it immediately now after the smell is gone, because that means the glue kind of cooled down enough for it to bond completely. Give it 2 songs, play it, but not at the volume. If you had it at 35, play it at 25. It's still loud, it's not as loud. Play 2 songs and then you can turn it back up to 35 again. You'll be good. The smell might come back again after 2 songs or so. You go back, you do the same thing. But I can tell you, once you turn it up after that and the smell goes away, then the party is on. Then, my friend, the only thing that will happen is you're going to stop smelling the glue, but it doesn't mean that the coil is not getting hot. Then the wire will eventually end up burning. Ultimate former, aluminium. Obviously now you can go and you can get copper formers as well. I have seen people using copper formers, but then price wise it's expensive, man. Aluminium is your cheapest option. You don't pay so much for it. Well, I'm gonna find out now because I'm gonna be ordering. They said they'll give me a price. How's it, Brenty? I'm in Boksburg North in the East Rand. So let's see what price they quote me. I gave them a sample. They gave that sample to their people, and then their people will get back to them, and then they'll get back to me. No, I don't fix amps. Yeah, but I've seen copper coils with copper formers. Okay, it's done. We can put this bra in. Okay, so that's also on now. I'll put this all back together again, and you'll be happy. Oh, I will be happy. Can test this out tomorrow morning. Brock can come pick it up. Remember something. It cannot be magnetic, because your problem is that you're playing into a magnet. So if it's magnetic, it's gonna cause a big problem. Zinc is magnetic. Alaikum salam. No, I don't fix anything motherboardy. M.A.D coil custom speaker repairs. Sharp, sharp, my bro. Where you know? Okay. Now that you dish, yeah, that's the recording process. From start to finish. So I may take off the old wire. Then we coiled the new wire. We baked the speaker. And now we are going to solder the new coil onto the stencil wires, and then close up the speaker, and we'll test it in the morning, and if it's all good, the customer can come pick it up in the afternoon, and he can get back to banging his tunes. I'll tell him to go easy at least for a day. But I know they won't. The funniest thing for me is that when guys blow speakers, they always question the speaker. They never question the wire, they never question the battery, they never question the car, the box, installation, none of that. The amp, how the amp was set, never gets questioned. It's always just the speaker. Same with the repair also. I'll fix this up now, give it back to him. The sub came out of a system that broke. It broke in that system. And you can put it back in that same system and expect a different outcome. That for me is the wildest thing ever. And it happens every single time. Even though I'm going to tell you exactly what happened, what went wrong, a lot of times you look at the work that has to go into it now and you're like, nah. It played for 3 months. If I can get another 3 months out of it, I'll be happy. And then you don't get 3 months out of it and it breaks, and then you want to come and run to the internet and say how I did a shit job, which is why we are here on the live doing the job in front of everybody, so you can tell for yourself if the job was shit or not. Okay. There we go. What the hell happened now? Okay. Anyways. Go. That's done. Unplug for you. I know you're here, bruh. I know you're here. See? See? I know you're here. Streets. Well, streets are like woofers, and they can take a beating. Anything really. I'd say try and get a amp that's about 1200 RMS. That will keep them happy. They'll enjoy that. 1200 RMS. It doesn't really matter what brand, because as long as it gets 1200 RMS, should be fine. .7. Why are you doing this, bruh? Three 3.7, 3.6. So that's fine. We're happy with that. Okay, so now let's put this bra back. Hold up. That's how it goes. Yeah, it doesn't go over, so it goes under. Okay, so sharp. Cool. Yeah, look, streets were built for the taxi market, I would assume, because the way they play. The way they play is quite. Okay. Let's put some of this mustard down here. There you go. Ah. Okay. Okay, where do we get that screw fit? Ah, man, I forgot doing that. You didn't put the paper on there. Ah, man, there's so many things I never do. What's going on today? This will cause big problems now. Play for 2 minutes and then the thing is loose. Man, if you got money to buy new subs all the time, buy the new subs. Don't bother with fixing it, because you got bank to buy new subs. If you don't have money to buy the new sub, you can fix the old one that's broken. And like I say, a service that I provide you for free is I tell you what went wrong, why did the speaker break, and then you can fix that, and then the speaker won't break again. Also, that's the benefit of that. And subs sometimes cost you $2,000 for one, 1.5, 1.7 for a speaker, and the repair is gonna cost you $650, $850, depending on what speaker, what size. So all that you kind of have to take into consideration, because End of the day, if you, like I say, if you got bank to buy new, bruh. When you buy new, you can change also, put a different brand. Man, so will think you up like Nino Brown because you put new subs. Speaker cover. Yes, babe, can I help you? What you need? Mr. Musa? All depends on you, bruh. You are the owner of the money. You decide what you want to do. When the speaker comes here, if you send it in to me for repairs, I will tell you what it has, what caused it to break. Then, whatever wire size is on that speaker, I will replace it with unburnt wire of the same size, so the speaker won't be less powerful or anything. Whatever the RMS was, it'll still be the same. Speaker will still be the same way it was, only now it's no more burnt. Now it's working. I'm in Boksburg North in the East Rand. But you must know also, I only use copper to fix my speakers. I don't use vibranium and all that things, and adamantium and stuff like that. So your speaker, when it goes for repairs here by me, is not indestructible. It can break again. I break my speakers time and time again. Why? Because I'm playing it into I'm playing my speakers in the wrong size box. And not only the wrong box, I'm playing the speakers with the wrong power, because not only the wrong power, but my voltage is going lower than it's supposed to, so that also counts against. So I know, bruh. Magnets loose, yes, it can be fixed, but not by me. I don't do that anymore. Too much of a headache. It's a cock job to do that, and me, I don't love to sit with that cock job. It's a cock job because I used to charge the guys like $350 to do the magnets, right? Then I ended up spending like $500 to make jigs. And then you may say, well, at least now you got the jig, you know. You can use that jig now for other speakers. Not all the speakers are the same. Michael, upgrading speakers, it costs money, bruh. I can upgrade a speaker, yes, but at the end of the day, I always ask the customer one thing: what's wrong with the speaker now? Why do you want to upgrade it? What do you want to upgrade from the speaker? Because I'm in Boksburg North in the East Rand. The big question here is, if you want to upgrade, why are you upgrading? For what reason? What's the speaker not doing for you? Right, now we've established what the speaker's not doing for you. Okay. We are on the same page now. Okay, so upgrading, we're gonna need spiders. We're gonna need to demagnetize the magnet and remagnetize the magnet stronger to what it is now. Okay, no, I don't do amps. Then when we're done with that, we need to find an engineer to make the top plate a little bit bigger, the hole in the top plate, but by 0.2 mils bigger, so we can put bigger size wire. And when we put a bigger size wire, coil will be bigger, thicker. Maybe add another piece of top plate. This is what? I don't know what the name of this thing. And then when we calculate the money for that, it'll cost you cheaper to just go out and buy a bigger subwoofer. Customized means a lot of money in South Africa. It's not cheap. And now, what you want to customize? This sub. Sure, no problem. This sub costs you 1,600, 1,700 brand new. You're gonna customize it. It's gonna cost you 4.5 grand. To do what? To put more spiders on here, to make the top plate a little bit bigger so we can put a fatter coil in. 5 grand to build this. It don't make sense. So, can you customize a woofer? 100% you can. Would I recommend you doing it? No, not worth it. Now you say, oh, no. It's actually, I want to customize, I want to upgrade my let's see, a good subwoofer. I want to upgrade my monster. Oh, no, I want to upgrade my assassin. Okay, fine, and upgrade the assassin. What do you want the assassin to do? And I put a fatter coil in. Okay, fine. Same scenario there also. What does the assassin cost you? Cost you 5.5 grand one. Okay, cool. You already 5.5 grand in because you got the woofer. It's 5,500 out of your pocket already because you bought it. So now, oh, okay, now you bought a second-hand one that's broken from a guy and you pay 3 grand for it. So you 3 grand in the hole with the broken woofer. Now you're setting it in for recoiling, but you want to upgrade it also one time. Okay, fine. This is now not a small speaker like this. This is now a big speaker. So you want to upgrade that one. Yeah, okay, fatter coil, thicker wire. Okay, cool. Top plate still needs to come off. Alright, so now we need to remove top plate. We have to make a jig to put the sub back together again. So before we take the top plate off, we're going to do measurements and everything. Right, cool. Before we even start with anything, you already, 380. You 380 already to make a jig for the top plate. Because we're not making a jig for the top plate to fit it standard. We're making a jig for the top plate after we've modified it. Right, so we got that done, 380 bucks. Then we need the engineers to cut it for you. I don't know how much they're gonna charge you. It's something between 700 and 850. That's to cut the top plate so that the bigger coil fits in. Bigger coil side by side, you're looking at 950. Right. Then you're looking at another new set of spider packs. There you're looking at about $1 grand. For another set of spider packs with the rings. So you're already 3 grand up there. Brand new woofer. Because now you're 6 grand now. The 3 grand you paid for the broken woofer and the 3 grand for all the stuff. And still we're not done yet. Because now we need to resin the cone, change the color, build a new dust cap, change the color, we'll customize it. I can do all of that, but cost wise you're looking at say 4 grand plus the 3, you 7 grand in. You add another 2 grand to that, you can go buy a hooligan, or I think, if I'm not mistaken, you could import or something. And then half the work you're doing on the speaker you're not even gonna see, because all the work that went into the speaker is inside. So then ultimately not really worth it. Cool beans. Up you go. Where are you? I know you guys are here. Why do I know you here? Because I put you here. No problem, bruh. That's roughly why I'm here half the time. Is to give you guys the 411 on the 180. Give you a better understanding of why you should spend money and where you should spend it. Hey, 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 hey. Oh, ho, 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 ho. This is just fucking rich. Okay, it's playing. It's clean. I'm a bit pissed off though. I just tightened up all the bolts in this thing here and I put it in the wrong place. But it's playing clean. That's why the bolts didn't feel like it was lining up. There you are. There you are. Danke, danke. I'll be passed tomorrow. How's it cut? I'm in Boksburg North in the East Rand. Okay. Cool beans there. And now we go to the top. Go. Man, this glue smells are like fucking stronger. This glue is stronger than the other glue. Tomato sauce is stronger than, the mustard sauce is stronger than tomato sauce. Making me cough here. So, that oil is also done now. So yeah, remember guys, if you want to watch any of my previous lives, there's a lot of questions asked there also that I have answered. A lot of tips I've given out on that one as well. How to check the speakers blown when you buy it, what to look for when you're buying a speaker. All of those things on my YouTube channel is there. All of my lives that I've done, it's on my YouTube channel. Link is in the bio. Yes, Mr. Jaden, what's your question? Perfect. I'm gonna say this again. I have said this before, but I'm gonna say it slowly this time so you understand. The brand does not matter, because if you look at this and the other ones and the other ones, they all look the same, and everyone has said it for years. They all come from the same factory. The brand doesn't matter. What matters is what is it that you want from the system. Because if you want competition, there's a lot that needs to go into the car. So the car is actually more important than what brand you're going to use. So you're looking for cost. It needs to be cheap, nice bass. See, that's the problem, because my definition of nice bass and yours is not going to be the same. But okay, let me try my best to see if I can get you where you need to be. You can go to Cash Crusaders and pick up whatever sub you see that's available there, whatever brand, whatever that fits your cost. Then you get yourself, okay, wait, before we go to Cash Crusaders, you need to sit at home and ask yourself, okay, what music do I listen to? Firstly, what music do I listen to? Secondly, where do I listen to it? On what do I listen it? Like what platform? Do I have a USB that I'm getting music downloaded for me from someone and then I play with the USB? Do I get Bluetooth music onto my phone? Do I have YouTube music? Do I have Spotify? That you first need to get that right. What platform are you using to play the music on? Number one. Number two, what radio do I have that's going to be playing this platform? So if I got a cheap radio that's a 2-volt out, I need to know that it may not play as loud as I want it to play, because the radio is limiting me to a 2-volt out. So I'd ideally like to boost the voltage on my head unit. So either I go preamp so that I can play with all the knoppy keys here in the front, or I go equalizer, set it in the back, and then have a bass knob in the front. Well, not bass knob, but you get what I mean, the knob in the front, and I control everything on that, because then that will boost my voltage from the head unit, which will in turn make the sound basically louder. If those two things are not an option and all you have is the 2-volt head unit, fine, no problem. Do you then use an auxiliary cable, or are you going to be able to use Bluetooth on your phone? If you can use auxiliary, understand that the auxiliary, because it's a cable, the sound needs to travel through the cable, it's not going to be as loud. If it's Bluetooth, you need to have a phone that has a good quality Bluetooth range, and the head unit needs to be a newer model, so that the quality of the Bluetooth of the head unit matches or is close enough to the quality of the phone and the Bluetooth. If those two aren't close to each other and they don't link well, it'll go on everything lekker, but the signal between the two, because they're not close enough to it, makes the music also not play as loud. Then it's the quality of music you're playing. Are you listening to the kilobytes on the song that you're listening to it? If you're listening to it on a streaming service like your YouTube, your Spotify's, all of those are all qualities of 192 kilobytes. If you are listening to 192 kilobytes, you must know that the music will be a certain volume of loudness. If somebody comes along with their phone and they say play this song, find out what's the kilobytes on the song that they want you to play. If they don't know, don't trust it, because if somebody comes like me, for instance, if I say, yo, wait, you must hear this song, and you take my phone and link my phone to your head unit, and you are now going to play music off my phone, I only have 320 kilobytes and higher. How you have set up your system is set up because 192 is not all that high. So when you listen to it, you might turn the gains a little bit on your amplifier, a bit. And if that be the case, when you take a 320 kilobyte song and play it on a setting of 192, you're gonna burn something because the quality is so much more. Your speakers might end up distorting, or you're gonna and sending dirty signal to it, or it's gonna be so loud that you're not gonna be able to turn your volume up. Now, that's another thing we've never had a lengthy discussion on, is the quality of music that people are listening to and all of that. But apart from all of that, you've got your head unit, you're playing Bluetooth or auxiliary, you understand that. Amplifier, try to match it as close to the subwoofer as possible. 500 RMS sub, try and get 1000 RMS amp. If you can't get 1000 RMS, at least 800 RMS. Try to be 200, 300 above the woofers. If the woofer is saying it's 2000, try and get, 200, try and get it slightly more than that, say 500. Try and be 200 to 300 watts RMS more than what the sub is recommended. No, I don't have speakers for sale. So, that being said, the amplifier, like I said, then you go to Cash Crusaders. Now you're looking at what woofers to get you whatever you can, what your pocket can afford, and get you an amplifier what your pocket can afford. If your pocket can afford a 4-channel, get a 4-channel and put the subwoofer on there on 2 channels, and use the other 2 channels for your vocals, because you need, if you're going to be putting a sub in the vehicle, you need to get your vocals to go a bit higher, because the last thing you want is to have more bass than you have vocals. And then what happens is, when remember, you don't now have a preamp or an equalizer, so everything's going to be going through your radio. So if you set your radio bass on 0 and you set all of the other things +3, +2, +4, whatever settings you are playing with on your head unit, the sub is going to get it and the speakers are going to get it. So if you got a 4-channel, at least 2 of the channels on the subwoofer will give you that. And if you don't, 2 of the channels on the amplifier is going to give you the bass. If the other 2 channels on your, if you're gonna if you mono block it, if you put a mono block and you do not amplify your mid-range, then you are going to get distortion coming out from your vocal speakers, because when you turn the volume up, and you're going to be turning it up so the bass can be heard around the corner, because that's just how it works when you have a sub in the car. We are not smart when it comes to bass, none of us, which is why I'm in business. It's because none of us are smart when it comes to bass. So that being said, I can in an ideal world, you won't be turning the subwoofer up too much, because you understand that if you turn the subwoofer up too much, you're not going to hear the vocals. So you're going to turn the volume louder so you can hear the vocals with the sub, and then you're going to turn the sub down a little bit so you can actually hear the vocals, but then the vocals are distorting. And because distortion is at such a high frequency, the ear doesn't normally pick it up, or it doesn't pick it up like fast. So you'll hear it, but when you hear it, it's been there for some time, and 9 out of 10 times one speaker will break on this side and one speaker will break on that side, and now you're sitting with one speaker on each side. And the minute you take that speaker that's working from that side and move it forward, or you take it so and move it back, one of them breaks again because of the distortion. So ultimately, I would say perfect system, cheap. Make sure your head unit is there. That's a decent head unit. If you're not gonna go amplify your vocal speakers, make sure that your mono block that you got for the sub is not tuned too high. Try and keep the settings as low as possible so that your front stage, the front vocal speakers, can at least keep up with the bass, because even if you leave the settings on the head unit as 0 on the bass and you've got a mono block for the sub, it's gonna overpower your vocal system. Yes, ideally you'd want a mono block for the woofer and a 4-channel, but then again, there's things that you gotta do on the 4-channel, on the vocal speakers. And guys, I don't want to say clarity, because people misunderstand clarity. They don't understand what that word means in the sound, in sound terminology. When you talk about clarity, that means that there's 0 distortion in your system. And we all have distortion in our systems, bruh. If you playing stupid loud bass, there's distortion in your speakers. It's not, that's why I'm saying clarity is it's a finicky thing, because for you it'll be like, yeah, bro, yeah, crisp, clean, clear. And then the guy who judges crisp, clean, clear will come and have a listen to your car and be like, what the fuck did you do here, bruh? You understand? So to not tramp on people's toes, we all can agree that when we say clarity, what we actually mean is the vocals. That's what we're talking about. We're not talking about actual quality and clarity, because Owens think clarity is you put a bullet stuff in the front, open the doors, and then walk. Myself included, my videos are on here. There's enough of my videos that's on here where I open my doors and my boot. Even when I had all the 38 speakers in the car, the boot is open, the doors are open, the windows are down, the speakers are all out, and I walk 10 meters away, 50 meters away from the car, and I'm playing it, and I say, check my clarity. No, it's not clarity. There's just vocals, and it's loud vocals. But clarity is not loudness. Clarity is something completely different. If you want to talk about loudness, you name any artist you want to name. That's loud, right? You want to talk about clarity, Hans Zimmerman. That's clarity. If you want to talk, if I visualize for you what I'm trying to speak about, any artist you can think of that is vocals and clarity is Hans Zimmerman. If you don't know who's Hans Zimmerman, this conversation is probably not for you. You need to go sleep. Ask your mommy for your bottle and your dummy. It's bedtime now. You need to buy doo-doos. Hans Zimmerman is for big people. It's big people's stories that big people listen to that music. But yeah, so the guy that did Interstellar, who did Last Samurai, all of the Game of Thrones, Shogun, the theme songs for all of those stories, Hans Zimmerman is the guy who was the orchestra, the master of the orchestra, the conductor of the orchestra of all of those movies. So that, when you hear that, and even when we hear it on the phone, that's not clarity. If you sit inside of a theater and you actually listen to an orchestra play, that's clarity. And when you talk about clarity, that's what you're trying to get your car to sound like you are sitting in a theater. That's clarity. Sharp, Mr. Jaden. Now I'll give you the gangster. Answer. Get what you can afford, bruh, and turn all the knobs to the right. You try alles. That's gangster, bruh. If it's distorting, so what? It's like Owens tell me. I heard this a lot of times when the people tell me, yeah, bruh, your car's making noise. We're just hearing car, all the way down. I'm like, what you mean? Like, it's all we hear, bruh. Car. I'm like, I don't hear that. They're like, yeah, bruh. Yes, the boot is rattling, the number plate. I'm like, oh, outside. They're like, yeah, what do you think I'm talking about? I'm like, no, bruh, I don't worry what sounds like outside. It's bomb here inside. Don't be mad because you can't get in the club. Don't be mad. I'm sitting inside, my bass is banging. It's clean, bruh. It's clear, it's moving. It's massaging my back. I had a knot in my neck, it's gone now. Me, I'm happy. You outside, you nar. Because all you're hearing is grr. I don't care about that. I am not outside the car. I'm inside the car. If it's troubling you, you must make like this. Yeah, Baba. And then I stop down. You say, give me lift till there at the bottom. Then you get in the car. Then I give you a ride down. Then even you're sitting and smiling. Yeah. It's my jam this. And then you get out the car. Grr. And you're like, but it was nice inside, man. It was nice. It's like the club, bruh. It's the club. You in the club. Everyone inside the club is jamming. You outside the club, you standing there. Look at us mooi mensen going into the club. Hey, bruh, you can't be mad. You can't be mad because you can't get in. It is just what it is. That's why I don't bother worrying about sound deadening the car. Because I'm not going to go compete in no competition. I'm not interested in it. It doesn't interest me to go to comps. And point one, you telling me, yeah, because you're not loud, that's why you don't want to go to comps. I don't care what you think, bruh. I'm just not loud in your eyes. My eyes, I'm fucking loud. Ask my neighbors. They don't like it. They phone me and say, hey, we're trying to sleep here, you motherfucker. I'm loud. When the cops come and they knock on my gate and they say, yo, man, you need to turn that shit a little bit down. I'm like, yo, bro, I'm just testing this brass speakers. Okay, cool. Can you just, it's late now. I'm like, yeah, no, I'm trying to keep it under 6 o'clock every time I do my testing. Shosholoza. So now we've reached an agreement. We've reached an understanding. Not an agreement. We've reached an understanding where my neighbors know up until 6 o'clock, Aras, man, he can make noise anytime, any moment. Anytime is tea time. You just hear grrr. Fuck, he's busy again. And then it lasts for a minute or 2 minutes, sometimes 5, sometimes 20 minutes. But not all for an entire 20 minutes. No, you'll hear 1.5 minutes and then it'll be silence. And then there's another couple of half a minutes and then there's silence. For 20 minutes that'll go on and after that it's finished. No, I don't even, before it used to be like, hey, thanks, man, I didn't know if I was loud enough or not. But now I know I'm loud enough, thanks, man. And it's like, hey, stop it now. So now I don't stress. And number two, I won't put sound deadening on the car because it costs a fuckload of money. To deaden the car to a point where it doesn't make noise on the rattles and stuff like that, it costs a lot of money. Who got this money for these things? Do you know how many fucking ice creams I can buy with the money you can buy for a box of sound deadening? There's a lot of ice cream, bruh. I can buy meat and slanda braai. I can buy some cheese and some olives and some pickled onions, some salami, some chicken, some steak, and I can make pizzas. There's a lot of things you can do with that money. Anytime is time for pizzas, baby. Anytime is time for pizzas, and anytime is time for ice cream. No time for pizzas. Here for auntie. Auntie only eat pap. She only eat porridge. Porridge, 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 porridge. It's all she eat. She's gonna tell me I can't eat pizza. Ah, there you go. Don't look at me. Yeah, I saw you broke it. Yeah. Alright. We tested the 15. He's playing now. We'll test this 12 tomorrow. I'll test it in the morning. It should play now also. And then Ebra can come pick it up tomorrow afternoon or whenever. If it's still here tomorrow night, I'll test it for everyone. I'll play it here. I need to. Tomorrow I'll be busy with this power supply to figure out why it keeps switching off. Because once I turn the base up, it cuts everything off. Like the voltage is dropping too low and then it switches off. But with the other one, I could turn the volume up till 40 on this red unit and it was fine. It used to take. Now I can't go more than 22, I think. I put it on 23, it switches off. So I don't know. And the voltage is full. It's 13.8 volts. Which is weird because this thing used to go up to 14.4. 14.4 volts. This one used to go up to 14.5. And now it's 13.8. It doesn't go more than 13.8. So maybe something is fucked up with it. I don't know. I'll have to have a look, see it tomorrow and check and see what's the story. But yeah. Lack of competition, lack of conversation, guys. No, thank you. I don't want. I've got them. I've got 2 of those. But again, this is not to play loud. This is just to do the testing, and the volumes that I'm playing it, I don't really need to play there because for me it should just at very low volume. It should play clean. There shouldn't be any noises on it at low volume. And then I play a little bit higher because the Owens like to watch the thing flexing. So that's why I play it louder, just so that you guys can see some flexing on the speaker. But other than that, bro, I don't have to do that. the main focus of the testing is to make sure that it plays clean and there isn't scraping on the coil when it's playing down. Other than that, bro, it goes back into your car and shop. You can go and move it now. So it's not a thing that I bang it. Unless now I know this woofer is going a far place. So I'll put it in the car. As in Kosi, I'm in the East Rand, Boksburg North. Like this woofer here, I had it in the car yesterday and then it was making a funny noise. So I opened it up and I reclosed it and everything this morning. And no, this morning I had it in the car. Sorry, this morning I closed it. At around 12, I took it off, chucked it in the car, banged it. There was a slight noise. So I opened it, found the glue kind of seeped. See this section here? The glue kind of seeped from here out over here. So there was a bit of glue here that was rubbing and you could see the rub here. So I just shaya jigga him and then put it back in and then I tested it. Now it's playing fine. So that guy most likely could be coming here tomorrow or Friday. He'll come pick up the woofer. I'll message him now to see when he's coming. He'll tell me tomorrow or Thursday or Friday, whenever he's coming. Then I'll take it halfway back in the car and I'll bang it because I know this is not going far. Then I'll put it in the car and I'll play it in the car because I know the woofer is going far. So I don't want any issues with the sub because of the distance it has to go to. Like when the ones are sending me subs from wherever, I try and put it in the car so that I can play it and make sure that it's playing clean. There's no issues, there's no noises or funny things. But in recent times I've had an issue, not an issue, I've had trouble doing that because most of the woofers that I've been fixing, the guys needed it because there's shows happening and whatever, so it makes it kind of difficult for that 2-3 day period where I normally used to have that luxury of taking it, throwing it in the car, playing it and enjoying it. Now turning around the time is oh, I need it, so okay, fine, get it coiled, make sure that it's clean, there's no noises, no scratchy at low volume, because if there's no scratchy at low volume, it means that the speaker's playing center, and then yeah, give it back to the customer, he can go test it out and play it. Oh, that's it. Don't forget, this live and the one I did earlier will be on my YouTube. Well, the one I did earlier is already on YouTube. This one here will also go to YouTube now. So yeah, and then maybe tomorrow I can check the car up and go underneath it and drain the oil and put the new oil. Maybe tomorrow. I am here, Major. Here, right here, in the job. In Boksburg North, East Rand, not Cape Town. Nah, I'm not going live. I'm just gonna do that shit. Look, the lives that I'm gonna be doing on the car, I'm gonna be doing all of the lives on my YouTube channel. So that I can hopefully grow my YouTube channel a bit more. But the YouTube for that car, that's gonna be building the side pods, wrapping it, covering it, doing all of the installs on the vehicle, rubbing the center pieces, spraying them, primering, all that funny things, all of those things, putting the gadgets in, the voltmeters and all that things there, running the cabling and all that's going to be done on my I'll be going live on my YouTube channel with all of that. I'm not going to do all of the lives on here because, like I said, I'm trying to build YouTube channel up as well so that I can start being monetized there. But no, I'm not going live tomorrow. We got some, me and wife, we got some places to visit tomorrow. She took off, so I'm gonna be fucking around with the wife, you know. Maybe I can even convince her for me to be passenger princess tomorrow, and I can sit and bloom for me lekker. Maybe get for me get me a lekker chocolate, get me a lekker big packet of Doritos. I can bloom there with my feet up on the dash and chow for me lekker chippies and my orange juice.
Daddy, where's my mermaid?
Your mermaid is there, I don't know where. You did put it over there.
Where?
Over there, I can see it from here.
From
It's
where?
there on the table.
On that table.
Yeah, on that same one.
Huh?
On that very same one.
Where is it?
So my chimbos, ek gaan julle check. Me, I'm gonna buy blom for me now lekker and ek buy relax a little bit. Back is starting to give me cock. Auntie,
Wait.
we need to go lay down now. Yeah, meow meow. Meow meow meow. Meow. No meow. Ja, okay. Shop Mr. Mensvreter, ons sal mekaar weer sien. Flat, mysterious uit, my jimbos.